Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, man. That's why y'all was scaring me with all them blowout predictions on the pregame show. Oh my gosh. Rain Dakota Prescott just saved me from a week of turmoil because my goodness, man. My goodness. I don't know if anybody was predicting that we were going to get the type of game that we just got between the New York Littles and the Dallas Cowboys, in which that was a true overtime thriller down to the very last second, y'all. Holy cow. Y'all, I want to be very clear with what I'm about to say to y'all. We gonna still fan. We gonna still fan hard. We gonna still have a damn good time because life too hard not to when it comes to rooting for football. But we gonna take it week to week. We gonna take it week to week because unless they go out and go fetch us a Trey Hendrickson or go get us somebody that's an impact on the defense. And I know. I mean, hey, the Micah crowd, they got room to talk today. We needed a difference maker on that defense. Matt Eberflus, that was terrible. Now I have to ask myself the question, how bad are the trash pigeons to where the Giants was able to look like that against us, but they looked like our defense was all world? Whoa. I'm so glad we got a win. A win is a win is a win is a win. And boy, if that wasn't a character building win, I don't know what was, because there were several times in that game where we had the moments to do the classic Cowboy thing and fold and lose to a disappointing team. But man, things may really be different, y'all. That don't mean it's any better for our heart health. Man, shut your up. Dallas Cowboys somehow just escaped the New York Giants 40-27, y'all. My head hurt. My stomach hurt. I pooted about 8 times in 30 seconds at the end of that game. Y'all, that was stressful. That was stressful. It shouldn't have been. And it took a Herculean effort by our $60 million quarterback. For all you people out there that have questioned Dak Prescott, man, can we stop? Can we stop? No, seriously. Can we stop questioning Rain Dakota number 4 Prescott? Please. Because if it wasn't for him, and if it wasn't for Brandon Buttery Smooth Aubrey, matter of fact, Jerry, pay Brandon Aubrey whatever he want. Pay him now and pay him yesterday. Whatever he want. Brandon Aubrey should better go in there and be like, give me the Michael Parsons contract. And there should be not a blink for that type of demand. Now, he got to come down off of that, but we shouldn't be blinking about it. Brandon Aubrey, oh my gosh. I suspect a contract announcement will be announced probably tomorrow for Brandon Aubrey if it's not announced tonight, because I know Jerry is like, yeah, go ahead and pay the boy. Pay him right now. Call his agent right now. I don't know how Jerry made it through that game. I don't know how Jerry Jones made it through that game. I needed a CPAP machine. Jerry must have ingested the souls of some younger humans or something, because how is he alive? That was way too much excitement for the start of my Sunday morning, y'all. Let me take this off. That was way too much excitement for the start of my Sunday morning, y'all. The offense did not look good to start the game. But when it got started and it pretty much never got stopped, right? They started looking really good. Even though the Giants were getting really good pressure, our young offensive linemen, they got beat up on a little bit in this game. They had some learning lessons. They had some teachable moments in this game. Tyler Booker handling those stunts that he was talking about in training camp. Yeah, that reared its head in this game. It damn near got Dak killed. That interception came from Cooper Beebe getting blown up. So the offensive line absolutely has some teachable moments, some learnable moments. We won. So good job, fellas. The wide receivers. The CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens effect was in full of effect, because when we couldn't get it to CeeDee, we had another guy to go to by the name of George Pickens. And CeeDee had yet another big game with 100 yards receiving. George Pickens had a touchdown and 68 yards receiving. Kevontae Turpin had a touchdown and 47 yards receiving. Jake Ferguson had 78 yards receiving. Javonte Williams has earned the right to take every carry as the Dallas Cowboys starting running back unless he needs a break. That's the only reason he should be off the field. I don't want to see him off the field for any other reason other than you trying to keep him fresh. Because Javonte Williams, several times in this game, made plays that you only make if you love football. You only make if you love winning. You only make if you're the ultimate competitor. You only make if you are not afraid of being physical. And Javonte Williams, man, hats off to you and everybody that doubted the Javonte Williams pickup. Y'all look crazy right now. 18 attempts for 97 yards, a 5.4 yard per carry average with a 30-yard run that was a touchdown, by the way. So an explosive play in there for a guy that's honestly known for his physicality. He's still giving us explosive plays. The reception at the end of the game to give us extra yardage. Javonte Williams absolutely has earned my respect throughout these first couple of weeks. And this man, he has something to prove, man. He has something to prove, and I like him as a 1 or a 2 in a 1-2 punch in that Dallas Cowboys backfield. Whoever the 2 ends up being, whoever the 1 ends up being, I like Javonte Williams back there because he reminds me of the late, great, God rest his soul, Marion Barber. If Javonte Williams don't remind y'all of Marion Barber, I don't know what does, bro. I got to tweet that right now. Matter of fact, I'm about to live tweet in the middle of this video. Javonte Williams reminds me of Marion Barber. Oh my goodness. Bro, this was a thriller. This was pleasing because of the result. We're 1-1 at the end of the day, y'all. We won the game. This was disappointing because of the defense, because of different moments offensively. Jalen Tolbert, he helped us and then he hurt us. You know, he feels like a net negative. I know he made a pretty good play to extend the drive late in this game, but he also dropped the pass that could have helped extend the drive late in this game. He also kind of muffed a kick return a little bit and showed some uncertainty back there. He also has shown the ability not to really be able to make plays where you got one guy to beat and you honestly got leverage and you should be able to make a move and beat this guy, to be able to get down the field to where overtime shouldn't have got extended the way it did. So there were guys, there were warts in this game, and those of y'all that the Trevon Diggs audience. I'm waiting for my apology. Because what was that? What was that? Y'all are talking so crazy about, oh, Diggs, see, the front office owes him an apology. I told y'all from the beginning, this could very well be a situation where a guy is trying to prove his methodology correct, where a guy got out there on that field, said he was healthy, and he's not. Trevon Diggs did not look right. He was not at any moment in the game outside of the one touchdown ball that got caught on him. He didn't look like he was in position to make a play at all. And actually, it was 2 balls caught on him for a touchdown because him and Donovan Wilson got mixed up or something back there on the back end as well. Donovan Wilson did come away with a play to help us seal the game. So big shout out to Donovan Wilson. But Trevon Diggs looked like he was running the mud out. That dude is not healthy. And this is not me trying to throw dirt on him. This try me being like, yo, I told y'all, bruh. We owe him an apology. They're throwing parade because he out there. No, he's not healthy, bro. Give him time to get right so he doesn't have to go out there on that field and look like that. And that's probably why we're playing so much zone, because we don't have any corners available that we can really man up with on the outside. Because Matt Eberflus, man, you got to go back to the drawing board. Shoddy, I hope you have a long, hard discussion with Matt Eberflus about what he was doing, because there's no way the New York Giants should have been able to take advantage of this team the way they did over and over and over again. We got to give guys like a Wanye Thomas. Get Wanye Thomas out there on the field, man. Get him out there on the field. Let him take some snaps from Malik or Donovan Wilson. It don't matter. I don't care if y'all voted Donovan Wilson the captain. It don't matter. Get Wanye Thomas out there on that field. I absolutely am happy. I'm ecstatic that we won this game. But there was absolutely a lot that we have to learn from and grow from in this game. And I bet you that everyone on that team will echo that same sentiment, bro. Absolutely a thriller, a wonderful football game to attend. If you went to this game, I'm sure you felt like you got your damn money's worth, because you absolutely did, man. You absolutely did. But there is no reason that with the level of talent on this team and with the Giants and the situation that they're in with their entire organization, there was no reason this game should have went the way it did. Now, really good sign that the offense was able to come through, man. And Dak, And this offense, they answered the bell in some seriously pressure-packed situations. So there was a lot to like about how your team responded. But there's not a lot to like about the situation your team put itself in through its own mistakes, through just breakdowns defensively over and over and over again and getting exploited. And we gotta make some moves. I don't know if Jerry was watching that game and Jerry is serious about trying to help Dak Prescott. I know he sees that. They gotta go make a move. They gotta go and call Jadeveon Clowney and be like, see, this is why we need you. We're gonna give you a good amount of snaps too. They gotta go out and call Stephon Gilmore and be like, see, this is why we need you. We're going to give you a good amount of snaps, too. They got to go out and call the Bengals and be like, hey, Joe Burrow got hurt, I seen today. Y'all sure y'all still want Trey? Y'all want Trey still? We could take him off your hands. We got to make a couple moves on that defense. Offensively, I think this offense can hang with anybody. I think this offense will be, by the end of the season, it's going to be a well-oiled, dangerous machine. By the end of the season, though, I don't know what this defense is going to be. And guys like DeMarvion Overshown, and I can't wait for those guys to get back because it was ugly. And it had nothing to do with the run game. If you actually look at what the Giants got rushing the ball, they didn't even get 100 yards rushing. The Giants didn't even get 100 yards rushing. They had, almost 90 yards rushing, essentially. 90 yards rushing. So, again, another very stout rush defense game. 90 yards rushing, under 90 yards rushing, and under 4 yards per carry. Another very stout rush defense game. But your secondary absolutely just got destroyed. Wan'Dale Robinson had 142 yards on 8 receptions with a touchdown. Malik Neighbors had a coming out party, and we somehow were able to spoil it. I don't know how we did it, but we did. 167 yards and 2 touchdowns. I know he had a great rookie year, but damn, he just had I'm a superstar in Dallas moment. Almost upset us at home. Brian Schottenheimer, there was no more legendary and more memorable way to get your first win. This is going to forever be a easy Jeopardy answer for all Cowboys fans out there. What was Brian Schottenheimer's first win? September 14th. It was against the New York Giants, 2025. Overtime, down to the last second. Brandon Aubrey had to kick the field goal to win the game, 40-37. Holy cow. Maris Leofau, got to get him on the field some more. Don't understand why we're not seeing more Maris Leofau at all. And I cannot talk enough about Dak Prescott and the level that he's playing at right now. Y'all know how I feel about Dak. I feel like he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. I think he's top 5. And I think thus far he showed in the NFL why he's top 5. Because no other quarterback, I don't know how many other quarterbacks win this game with the way that it was going and how things went. And your receivers dropping passes and certain silly shit happening. I don't know what other quarterback wins this game with the type of pressure that he was throwing the ball under. Because the offensive line, they looked great against the Eagles front. Man, they were getting whooped up on in this game against the Giants. Those boys got a lot of teachable moments out of this one, man. And this was just, wow. Kenny Clark continues to be an impact, continues to show us that he's just as impactful for defense, not only for the rush defense and how they ever defend the run in this one, outside of a long run by Scatterbo. They were able to defend the run very well in this one. So Kenny Clark continues to show his worth, man. They have to fix the back end. They have to add something to the edges that's going to give them a true pop. Right now, it doesn't look like, even with a very, very weak Giants offensive line. I think that may be the most disappointing thing about this entire game is with the Giants offensive line and what it is and how our pass rush was last week. It was like Russell Wilson had time to stand back there and launch bombs. And that can't happen, man. So am I furious? No, I'm only furious because of the deficiencies that we clearly have to clean up. I'm only furious because we allowed the New York Littles to actually play with us like that. But I'm absolutely happy. I'm ecstatic. I'm in a very good mood, man. I'm in a very good mood because at the end of the day, we won a game that in years past, we would have lost over and over and over and over again. How many times do we lose that type of game in any other regime with the Dallas Cowboys? Again, this is a moment, even in an ugly moment, this is a moment where the positivity of what Brian Schottenheimer is doing with his team shows through because his offense saved this game for us, man. The defense got a gimme with that interception rush through at the end of the game. I can't give Don Wilson no credit for instead of just being there holding on to the ball when Malik tried to punch it out. That's the credit you get. But that was a gimme. The offense absolutely saved us. Brandon Butter Aubrey, bro. Pay that man whatever he wants. Y'all go enjoy the rest of y'all football Sunday. I know I am after that thriller. Wow. I might have to go clap me some cheeks. How? Bow! Them Cowboys.
Calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, am I still them boys? Y'all usually check on me. Listen, 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 listen. I'm still them boys. Hey! Woo! Oh, shut up, my boy, shut up. Hey! I'm still them boys.